All right, so here we are. This is the Take My Money method. In this video, I'm going to go through each part of the Take My Money method, and then moving forward, we're going to go deeper into each piece of this. So the first part, so important. All of these parts are important, but we cannot even get into more of this until we have nailed down our dream client, who it is that you are here for, who you are here to help. Now, I will often say it's one person, but there's so many more of that one person. What I really want you to know is that we're not speaking to the masses, right? We're not speaking to everyone that wants to lose weight. We're not speaking to everyone that wants to heal. We wouldn't be using those words anyways. We'd be using other words, but I'm just going to say that for right now. We're not speaking to everyone like for me that wants to grow a business, right? We have to get really, really clear on who that one person is that we really want to work with, and we have to get clear on who they are, their current realities, their struggles, their problems, their desires in their language, okay? To then be able to move on to more, to creating the offers, to doing all the other things that you're going to be doing in your business, okay? So this, nailing it down. Now, here's the deal. There are so many people who think that they have this down and they don't, because they come into my world and we are working on this. Because again, I'm not even taking clients into anything else until they have this nailed down, like they know this person. Okay. All right. So then it's all about unleashing that unique brilliance that's inside of you. Okay. What and how you do things different than everyone else in your industry to help get your dream clients those results that they want. This is also very important because there are a bazillion other coaches out there, bazillion other life coaches, health coaches, fitness coaches, mindset coaches, relationship coaches, parenting coaches, all the coaches, business coaches. There's all kinds of them out there. There's a ton of Reiki healers, energy healers. What else? Tapping experts, EFT, like everything. Now, back in the day, maybe we would randomly hear of a few, right? But now I just went online to actually Googled my client on a call with her today just to see what was coming up. So many, just in this little tiny area. And that was in our area here. Then we can extend out, there's even more. That's not even online. So how are you going to stand out so that when your dream clients are looking for the service that you provide, they see you as the one for them? This is how we do that. Well, knowing them, and then this, and then the magnetic offer that you're creating as well. Okay. So this, we're creating a magnetic offer based on dream client, your unique brilliance. We're creating this offer that your ideal client wants and is searching for. And this also includes, so it's not just the how you're actually giving them the service, right? It's not the one-to-one. It's not the course. It's not the program. It's not the insert whatever you're creating. It's so much more than that. It's also the messaging and the positioning that leads to sales. Because we could create the thing, right? The course, the program, the one-to-one, but we got to sell it, right? Our ideal clients, our dream clients have to see that, know that it's for them, like, take my money. Okay. So we got to have that down. Then the aligned sales process. So creating a system that allows dream clients to find you, to see your offer, to then say yes to that offer, and to pay you effortlessly without sales calls, a bazillion DMs, nurturing for 5 million years, all of that. You feel me? Okay. Then you'll see that I have energetics all around the place. The energetics, right? Why? Because if something is off, if you are feeling not good enough, if you feel like you have to prove yourself, like you have to convince, or anything else that comes up, this is going to be off, this is going to be off, this is going to be off, and this is going to be off, right? I was just on a call with a client today, and I was reading through an email that she was going to be sending to her email list, and I was like, what's going on here in this little section that we got going on? And in her words, we noticed that Oops, I disappeared for a second. In her words, I noticed that the word she was using, there was something off there. There was some like, the energy to me felt like I need to prove myself. And so we dug into that. We did a little work on that right in that moment. And then she was like, oh, yes. Now, here's the deal. When we are in any sort of convincing or proving energy, the dream client, it's going to go right over the head, because the dream client also means that they're an empowered client. And the empowered person does not need to be, she needs a leader. She needs a leader, not someone that feels like they need to convince and prove themselves, right? So that was like this tiny tweak that I was able to notice in this email that was going to change the game for when her dream client reads that. She'll be like, yes, versus like, oh, that's not me, right? Because I'm not down for that. I don't need like this energy, right? Huge, huge, huge. So it can show up in little tiny ways, right? That is just important to understand that that's going to affect how we show up. So that, and then just that conviction and next level beliefs that are in line with where you are going. Okay. So you know this, right? We are who we are and doing what we are doing right now due to our beliefs. So in order to get to that next level, in order to be the one that is really standing out, what do I need to believe in order to do that? And this is in all kinds of different places. What do I need to believe? Another client I'm working with, she wants to start speaking. Okay, we had to work on, okay, what are the beliefs I need to have in order to be able to step on that stage with confidence, with conviction, to sell that offer, even to be able to share about the offer. Client again, she was struggling with, she was doing like this work with groups and also just one-to-one like Reiki and healing sessions, but it was like she wanted one-to-one clients and she was struggling with even sharing her offer. So we did the work around that. Now she's effortlessly sharing her offers and people are like, oh yeah, I want that. Her one-to-one, jumping into her one-to-one. Huge, right? Okay. So again, that conviction, those next level beliefs, owning the results that are possible for your client, owning the results that are possible with your client, staying in your power as a coach no matter what, right? Believing in their power, in your client's power to make it happen. So you don't start mommying them and doing all this like wonky stuff that they don't need because they need leadership. They want leadership, right? So different, so different. Emotional intelligence. So when it's not working, it's all an experiment, by the way, all an experiment. But to be able to even like know that and to be able to keep moving and like learning instead of like, oh, this isn't working, but let me burn it all to the ground and start over, create an offer. No, we're not doing that anymore, right? The emotional intelligence that when it's not working or when challenges arise, that you don't dip back, that you don't wobble, that you don't shrink, that you don't burn it all to the ground, that you don't quit, because the world needs what you came here to do, right? Instead, you stay in that wise woman energy. You stay in your authentic power. We don't dip into some little girl energy or teenager energy. Okay? Wise woman energy in my power. And I show up from that place. This is all about also deprogramming, deconditioning with the stuff that we need to get out and let go of and bringing new programming in. So this isn't just about affirmations or thinking new thoughts, because we can't put new thoughts into shit, right? We have to clear that all out to then bring in the new programming. Okay? Huge, huge, huge. And again, this all affects how we show up, our ability to even nail down the stream client. Have you ever gone down to do that and you were like, all this stuff come up and you still haven't done it? Or you surface leveled it and you're still wondering why those dream clients aren't coming in, right? Or even being able to own the magic that you offer, the gifts, own the results that your clients get. Are you able to like really, really, really tap into that and own that and share that, shout that shit from the rooftops? Okay, that's all that energetics. All right, also being able to get in front of the right audience, right? And build an aligned audience, which is the people that want what you have and will pay you for it. Okay. So you can have all of this. You can have all of this nailed down. But if the right people aren't in your audience, then it's going to be like selling a popsicle in Antarctica, right? It's not going to work. Maybe a couple people will want that popsicle, but it's not going to, it's very, very different than, selling water in the desert where everyone's like, give me that water, right? So you want to make sure that you're in front of your audience. And I see this a lot where people have this all nailed down. My clients, they have this all nailed down. They got it. But I'm like, dude, we've kind of tapped out. We got to get in front of more of those people. But to even do that, you got to have all this nailed down. You got to have that dream client because you got to know where they are. You got to have that unique, unleashing your unique brilliance. You got to have that offer so you have something. So again, you may have people in your audience right now who are that ideal client. So what you have to do is it's going to be important to even get in front of more. Okay. Because let's just be real. It's going to tap out. So we do want to be growing more of that ideal aligned audience. There are various ways to do this, but again, everything else here depends, or that getting in front of them, ways to get in front of them, all of this matters first before you do any of that, okay? So example, if you are a podcast guest, you want to ensure that they have your ideal client in their audience. You don't want to be going on random people's podcasts. You want to ensure that you are getting in front of your ideal clients, okay? And you also want to be speaking on a topic that resonates and gives them an aha and leads them into an offer that you have, okay? So again, you need all of this first in order to do anything else. There is not a strategy in the world that will work without having this done, or it's going to feel really, really, really freaking hard to do it. All right. So now let's get deeper into what each of these pieces are.